Hello, everyone, again. Welcome to the BA Start Podcast, Episode 3.
What's going on? Welcome back.
Coming at you.
Live.
My name's Austin.
My name is Alex.
That's right. And we are BA Start Podcast. No cheerleading-like intro this week.
We should have gone ahead and went with the, when your powers combine. No, that was...
What, last time?
Next two characters. No, I mean, Captain Planet intro. We should have went to Captain Planet.
I guess. I don't even know what the first...
Let our powers combine.
I'm not even sure what it was that we did last week.
Whatever, it was fun. It's good.
It was good. So, as always, here to talk about games and whatever the fuck we want.
Well, yeah.
So...
It goes that way whether we like it or not.
Let's start with you, considering you play games a lot. What have you been playing?
I've been wasting a lot of time this past 12, 14 hours with goddamn... I'm embarrassed to admit... Rumble Roses.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to, dive in with it, but I might as well.
It sucked you right in.
Oh, yeah.
It's got all your likes.
Tractor beam.
Wrestling.
Right, no, it was I bought it because it seemed funny in the least.
Well, I know that it's like a catalog when you're looking to order new swimsuits.
Sure.
It's for the fashion. It's why I buy the game.
Right. You can get a cat suit in there. Anyways, so Juan and I were playing it and having a lot of fun with it, and I was like, yeah, this is funny, this is fun. Alright, I'm gonna unlock some of these, what I thought were extra characters. They're just alter egos for every character, which is kind of cool, because every character has a baby face and a heel, ego.
Right.
Which, I thought it was deeper than that, but it's kind of cool. But anyways.
They're actually two separate characters, which is weird.
No, they're not.
Well, you can have one face the other.
If one has the title, the other one, you can't take the title with the other character.
But in versus matches, I can play the heel and you can be the face.
I don't know.
I think so. I think we
maybe.
did that.
I've only unlocked one anyway. So
Side note, before you say anything, there is a Brothers Beatdown of this game that has the most views.
Of all of ours.
Of all the Brothers Beatdown.
Because I'll let you go ahead and take a look at the thumbnail. Yeah. And maybe we should just start slamming that thumbnail into all the videos we got. So anyways, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna unlock some of this shit. I'm going to try to, learn this game. It is the most fucking frustrating single-player experience I've had in a long time. I'm not, much of, a rager. I get mad and stuff, but I can usually relax. I don't throw controllers or yell. But today, I have been fucking raging. I hurled my controller at the ground. I was the computer is just... insane. When they don't want you to do something, you're not doing it, and there's nothing you can fucking do.
Kind of like Street Fighter 2?
Well, kinda, yeah. It's like that comeback mechanic that is built into some games where it's
rubber bands, yeah.
Right. Like sports games, I know there's a soccer game
I like sports.
Fucking do that.
I can't say that's true. In sports games, normally you get I
think Mario Strikers is one. I don't know if you played that.
No,
but
I wouldn't
I've
doubt
heard
that.
that's like
That's like Mario Kart, then.
Well, it's like an arcade soccer game. It's what I'd play.
Well, Nintendo likes to balance shit like that. It's like, oh, you're winning too much. Here you go. Most sports games, you just get you win too many games in a row, and it does feel like you just needed to lose that game, the next game, in a season.
Yeah, that's kind of what it's like. I won the championship, which is a fucking pain in the ass. My goal was to unlock an alter ego for one character. I had to play for 5 hours in order to do that.
And there's 10 characters or something.
There's probably 10, yeah. So, in order to do this, I'll try to explain this as quickly as possible.
Yeah, you're taking forever.
You need to... Well, this is so frustrating to me that I need to just get it out. You need to fight 15 of the same type of matches with this character. You need to fight every character at least once, and you need to have a 3-game winning streak by the time you get all this.
Damn.
So,
wait.
Every character you fight, there's no solo, campaign. So it's you randomly get some of the characters. So you could go to 30 matches and only fight, say there's 9 characters. You can fight 8 of them. And then, there's one character you need to find and fight. So, I play 30 matches all together, and I'm still waiting on this one fucking bitch. Because it's random. Yeah. Finally get her. And then,
she fucks you up.
I beat her. Next person beats me. So I have to restart the little
I was wondering,
streak. It's so annoying.
Do you have to finish on a winning streak, or do you have to just have a three-win streak somewhere in between?
No, your last 3 matches you had to win in a row.
The fuck?
So, like, if you lose the championship match, you got to win 3 matches in a row to get the next title shot.
That's such a weird format.
And then you have to... You get it as one character. Every character is a rival. Then you have to play as their rival, beat them, and then it's kind of cool. The champ turns heel, or vice versa. They go, like, opposite. Because, I don't know, they're shamed or whatever. And then you have to defend your title against them to unlock it.
Is there any dialogue and shit? Do they ever come out and start shit-talking each other?
No, it's not about that.
But it's a wrestling game.
Oh,
I know they're shaking their tits.
You can, like the smallest chested girl in the game, not very small-chested. You can max out, and, like, make them all, like, tone and shit.
That'd be cool.
Their bodies are gigantic.
If you gotta get, like, sexy points and you can
There's a humiliation mechanic.
Yeah, I know that.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and what? You're like creeping on them with the camera?
Not even that. It's like it built into the like gameplay. There's like you can do a humiliation move, which is like stupid strong. I don't know. I'm going too much on this game. I'm giving it way too much credit. I played it too much, and I fucking had my fill. And I'm gonna drop it off at Juan's tomorrow, and he's gonna do the same thing. And then we're gonna share our experience. Wait for him next time on the podcast. Talk about his experience.
Oh, there it is. We're just announcing Juan here next week.
No,
we'll see. Is that so?
So anyways, go
that
ahead.
was 14 hours of your lately. You had 7 days, and that's all you've played.
Listen, like last night when we played it a little bit, we were having a good time because it was like stupid. We were playing against each other. Juan wasn't countering me any more times than he like unreasonable amounts. There was a match after the title match. I didn't get a single like physical blow on this girl. She was countering me every single fucking time. I had to grab her. I'm giving this game too much credit. Anyways, what were you playing? I'm sorry.
I was asking if you played anything else, but yeah, I guess it's my turn.
Sorry.
I picked up Splatoon on Friday, but we'll get into that a little bit later, I think. I've also been playing The Witcher 1, actually. The first Witcher.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm the kind of guy... Doesn't matter how many times you tell me or how many times I read. The story doesn't matter, this or that. I really don't like jumping into the third game of a
series.
Take it
from the top.
No matter what you say. And especially because I've heard others say, if you're going to like do that and want to play through them, definitely don't start with the newest because it's the most polished and the best.
Well, wasn't it based on books? Like a book series?
Yeah, it's based on a novel, I think Polish or Swedish or something like that. But yeah, I've heard that if you play the good ones first and then go back to this, it's just going to chug and it's going to be tough. But it's kind of fun. I think it's got an engaging story, but I'm playing it on my PC, which is, it's good enough to play games, generally at, like, lowest specs. It's definitely not a gaming PC, so it's kind of fucked up. A couple funny bits. There's one girl that, like, walks through, like, a magical portal, and she walked in there, and for, like, 1 or 2 frames, you could just see her eyes in her mouth. They stayed when she went away. But it's, I don't have much to say about it yet, because I left the first castle, and I'm in the first town. And it's definitely buggy, but it feels fun. I think I'll enjoy it.
That game was like, the first one was like really controversial because it was the first game that had like an explicit sex scene in it. I remember that. Like a CG sex scene, which is, I'm sure it looked like dog shit now, but then it was like, what?
Yeah, no way. First castle, I think it's a choice. I elected to stay with the lady for a little while, and they got it on. And it's like it's like a fog, and you can kind of see the CG people like not really going at it in the back, but over it, it's just like a drawn picture of a girl holding up like blankets over her enormous tits. You can just kind of see those coming out. It's like that's cool. I guess you collect player cards for every girl you bone in the game. I don't know. I don't know if that's a dynamic there.
Gotta fuck them all.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon. I'm into it. Also, I've been playing a little bit of I won't talk about this much, but on my Vita, I've been playing MLB The Show. I think it was only $20 this go round because it didn't change. Not from the last Vita one to this Vita one. It still looks the same. Like, damn. You should see the crowd. They're so bad. But it's good. It's a lot of fun. I like them sports games. It's kind of my deal.
Yeah, there's pretty much... I always stick with... I mean, I'm always playing Street Fighter and Dark Souls. It's weird. Usually I'm always just playing Street Fighter, but goddamn, I love Dark Souls. I really want to play a little more. Anyways. What's up?
Well, I guess we can get into a little bit of news, like Konami's PR statement that we got.
Give me the skinny on this.
The skinny on this, it was pretty simple. Basically, what it sounds like is Konami. I'm not an expert here. I'm not sure who exactly put out this statement, but he's basically saying it was sort of mixed up in translation, and they actually said that what was it, like, that it's a mobile first approach. They said that they didn't say that, even though in the one of the websites that reported it, like a couple hours later, they fixed what they said, but the internet was already all over it. But they did actually say the words fucking digital first, but basically they're just saying they're apologizing for the anxiety and this and that they're still going to focus on console gamings and all this stuff. There was one quote, and I got it pulled up here, something about, I don't know if I can find it. They were saying something like, if what we did in the past was like a bunch of retail stores, this is going to be like, they're moving on to be like the big giant retail store, which I can't really figure out what the fuck that means.
Konami, what the fuck? Fall from grace. Oh! One thing I gotta mention.
Oh, God. We're gonna talk about fucking... Go ahead.
No. One thing I forgot to mention that fucking freaked me out.
I can't think of the name.
Back to Rumble Rose for just a second.
Rumble Rose.
One sec. Hold on.
Okay, go.
This is very surprising. Whenever your character has an intro, it says, like, who the composer, or the artist behind the music is. Akira Yamaoka's all over that game, and it's a fucking, no one remembers that. So Akira Yamaoka, for those of you who don't know, is the guy who's responsible for the vast majority of, I think all but one game, of Silent Hill's music and score and sound design. So anyways.
That's not really surprising. But yeah, thanks for fucking rocking these. Every time we're like a train, you're Superman that flies up and just stops it and puts it on another rail.
It's on topic. It's like Konami's all over the place. It's weird.
Sure.
They're fucking up.
Doesn't matter. Well, probably the highlight for the article, in my opinion, is when they say that Metal Gear and Silent Hill, basically, they're going to continue putting out products. But I don't know. I mean, obviously, Metal Gear, there's a new Metal Gear. But you could still look at that and think, maybe they'll make new ones, but what does that mean? Because they could easily just port these games to mobile or something like that.
Yeah, wait for Downpour on iOS.
That's all because that's all they said, and they said that they're not in a position where they can announce the path of the future titles. The
damage is done.
Just doing some face saving.
The damage is done.
Yeah, they're
backpedaling, and they're already going downhill. They can't backpedal.
Well, they say they are gonna make on mobile, home consoles, arcade units, and cards to meet the challenging needs of the times. Oh boy!
Challenging needs of the times.
That brings us to a little.
In happier news.
No, not. But we will say that there was a rumor. I think it was going around this weekend that Xbox bought the rights to make Silent Hill games or whatever it was.
Blah blah.
And yeah, it was going around for a couple of days. But Phil Spencer tweeted, I think today, in response to it, that it's just not true.
See, that's a rumor that anybody could have fucking...
It's true, but... started?
Haven't you heard?
Right. It's something that I could see Microsoft doing. They got the fucking money. And they want to dip into... They just want to fucking take anything from Sony that they can. Still, even though I think they're about to win this E3. I'm almost positive they're going to win this E3.
That's a bizarre concept.
What is?
Winning E3.
Well,
I guess,
started...
conceptually, it's what happens, but,
Dude, it started when they lost E3. They fucked themselves 2 years ago at E3 when they were talking about their all-in-one entertainment system, and Sony was just like, games.
Dude, and DRM was the worst. That whole fiasco.
What?
DRM.
Okay.
DMR. DRM.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How about Call of Duty with the dogs? I just remember that being very cringeworthy. How about Nintendo doing the band, the Nintendo band? Do you remember that press conference?
Yeah, with the Wii music thing.
God, have you ever looked up
I looked up
cringiest moments?
Last night I looked up E3 fails. Some of them I couldn't. It was a really poorly made video, so thanks for that.
Did you see the worst I can think of is I think it's a dead heat between Jamie Kennedy for fucking the Tony Hawk conference or whatever, and
what was he doing there? What the fuck's he got to do with it?
They hired him as a host, and he was drunk. Go look up this video. Right. He's a douche. I hate Jamie Kennedy. If he was here, I'd tell him to his face, I hate him. Fuck him.
He'd probably say, I know.
Yeah. So, anyways, no, he's really shitty about it. But anyways, it was High School Musical for Connect or some shit. Mm. they were trying to promote it, and they tried to get all these guys to like get up and dance with them. Come on, get up! And they had like hired actors in the audience like who jumped up and like ran up stage.
Everybody else is there to work.
Right, they're also gamers, and they're not gonna like first thing they're gonna do. P.S. Mostly. Everyone in gaming seems to hate motion control with a fucking flaming passion. So like
that, or just likes to make fun of it.
Yeah,
it either works or it doesn't.
Yeah, right.
I got a couple more one-liners, but I'll let you keep going.
I mean, you know, that's it is what it is. What do you got to say?
It is. That's it. What were you saying? You're just no. Continue.
That's it, man.
Oh,
that was a cringy moment.
Everybody hates it, and it's cringy.
No, you're right.
But those don't lose E3.
Some of them are fucking. Well, what was one that was great? It was like there's the meme, giant enemy crab. This fucking guy. Look this guy up. Giant enemy crab.
I just like the 99 Nights guy when he goes up to the podium and nobody does anything, and he holds his hand out to present the picture in 99 Nights. Do you know this?
What?
And nobody does anything, so he stands there and looks, and then he does it again, and finally people clap, and he's like, all right.
Sounds so
he does it like 2 or 3 times. I don't know if he like spoke perfect English. Maybe he forgot his line and was buying time.
Was that the guy who was like 100 something?
Yes. No, he goes,
wow.
1 million units.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then he does it again. 1 million units.
Yeah, but I really love that guy. I love him.
It was funny.
Fuck, I forgot
They
his name.
say they're fails, and I'll take them.
Dude, that was a win.
But
in my
still,
book.
fails don't lose you E3. Those are just funny, and they happen every fucking year.
I fucking love that guy.
Did you see, speaking of, when that Reggie, what's his name? The Nintendo USA.
My body
Nintendo
is ready.
No. When he was doing the zombie one, and he was holding the gamepad to his face and making him a zombie. He's like, "Wow, I like French food." He was like, "I am hungry."
Dude, he used to fucking, he used to be like...
What, do squats? Guy looks like he lifts.
Does he? He seems like a chubber. I don't know. He's in a suit. Anyways, he used to, like, be a big wig at Little Caesars.
Hey.
And then he got
there you go.
Thrown over to...
Some Michigan blood in him, huh?
Is that it?
Little Caesars is Detroit, son.
Yeah,
Mike and Marion Illich. Well,
somebody asked me if there's a Little Caesars in my area.
Mike Illich owns Little Caesars. He's Detroit man. Owns the Red Wings. Owns an ass ton of stuff. We can talk about.
Stop.
There you go. Owns the Detroit Tigers. Detroit. Yeah, let's talk about Detroit. No, let's get back on task here, because I was saying Xbox is winning E3 this year because actually Sony, their president Andrew House admitted that the first party lineup for 2015 is slim. Which it is, because Uncharted gets pushed, and what was your other one? Jak and Daxter, whatever I don't know what the fuck other game got pushed back to next year. But their first party lineup is shit, and it really is. So they're focusing on third party support, which is gonna be fine, except for the fact that most of the third party support these days is not exclusive. They're timed exclusives, or it's whatever. Microsoft had Call of Duty last couple years, and it looks like Sony. Because, I don't know, there's tournaments going on and shit, and looks at the next Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and they're playing it on PS4s. Just a little weird, considering it was a Microsoft opened, like, the last 2 E3s with Call of Duty footage. But, anyway, my point about that is this third-party support isn't fucking exclusive, so it's not really a big deal. But they're focusing on that and hardware cost reduction, which is obvious, because even though it's outselling Microsoft by a lot, right now it's a lot more money too.
Do you realize that like they dropped the price already?
Of what? PlayStation?
Yeah.
What, like this week?
At launch. They were gonna release it for way more expensive, and then before it launched they're like, wait, we'll cut it down. So they dropped the price, technically.
Well, that's not saying much because it's still expensive as fuck.
It's fucking expensive, but PlayStation consoles on launch have always been expensive.
They've been
PS3
expensive as hell.
was fucking retarded.
It was like $600.
Yeah.
It was like $100 more than the Xbox 360, and it came out later. That was the weird thing.
I could buy a car for that.
What? You could buy a fucking Power Wheel.
Power Wheel for $600?
Yeah.
I'll get a car for that.
All right.
Fucking get me around at least.
Maybe.
Might blow up
for a couple days.
PS3 might blow up too.
So anyway, I'm not a fanboy or nothing, but I'm just saying. I mean,
you're not a fan.
This is time for Microsoft to make up ground, and I think they will with their games that are coming out. Obviously, they got the timed exclusive for Tomb Raider. Who the fuck knows what's going on with Call of Duty?
Tomb Raider. Oh yeah.
Everybody's expecting a new Gears to be announced.
People are like, I don't know. It's like people. I think Forget it.
What is it?
I'm going to talk about Tomb Raider. The new Tomb Raider, I really liked it. I did a full playthrough of it, and I really had a good time with it. I didn't play Uncharted at all. People are like, oh, it's just Uncharted, just not as good. It's like, nah, I think it was fun. I had a lot of fun with it. Never played Uncharted, but
you're talking about two great games. It's like, I don't need to bridge the gap.
The problem was people were like, this isn't Tomb Raider anymore. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what do you want it to?
What do you want?
Stick with the shit.
Do you want triangle
I don't care
boobs?
what you say. You can be the biggest fan of that series in the world, and you can't deny that the first few games had horrible controls because Duke Nukem stole those controls, and those were shitty too.
They are pretty bad.
Not great.
I remember that. I didn't play the new one. I haven't played a bunch of them, but I know enough.
New one's good.
I know
like it a lot. Well, I'm excited about the newest one, the to be released.
Yeah, and again, I'm not sure how long the exclusive is. It could be a year or something. I don't know. But either way, it's coming out on Xbox first. That's the only place you're going to play for it. Probably.
Sure. All right, cool.
I would assume.
See, that's a good place to be. PC is a great, resource to have just because, it's like fighting parents and PC's like the stepchild, I guess. I don't know, the in the middle, and they're both like you kind of get the same toys. Or, I don't know, it's like Christmas. I'm getting lost in this metaphor.
You're losing me.
You understand what I mean? It's like
no,
yeah.
Maybe if the stepchild went on his own and made his own money. They're like fighting siblings, and
it's
the
like
PC is the parent.
It's like. I have this toy. This is the toy at my house. You can't take this to your dad's house, but you can play with it at your friend's house. See what I mean?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, I gotcha.
You reading?
No, I'm listening to you, but no, it's still on the ground.
I think the more in tune listeners,
they understand.
Will get it
for sure. I'll bet you they do. But the thing about that is, I don't. And I'm sitting here, so I can point my finger at you and say, you, sir, are crazy.
Get your finger out of my face. It's almost touching my nose.
Either way, E3's coming. Should be fun. I don't know. I'm gonna be excited to watch it. I don't know. I forget the dates, but Microsoft and Sony's pressers are on the same day.
Hey, let's go to the movies and watch it.
Yeah, I think we talked about that a bit last time, didn't we?
We did.
Oh my god. The only thing I can say about that is after watching the response to Sony's announcing their E3 experience and this and that, and the tickets going on sale, is a 100% fanboy event.
I thought you said it was free.
It is free, but whatever. You
tickets claimed?
Sure, you check in or something, and they say you're in. But still, you ain't going to that unless you're like you want to punch a Microsoft person for going there and saying, I'm just gonna check it out. No, gotta have a PS4. The best fucking thing on the planet.
What are you gonna miss that's not gonna be on your fucking computer?
It's gonna be on TV. I have no idea why they're doing that. Why they'll go, I'm saying.
Remember G4?
You know what? It's a smart move, though, because it'll take people away from their TVs. And maybe the person that's waiting for Uncharted and wants to buy that Tomb Raider to hold them over, not going to be able to get your Xbox. You're not seeing the deets.
Go and see PS4 at the drive-in with your girl. Yep.
It's not. I doubt it's at any drive-ins.
That'd be fucking
let's do this one. It then. Since we're kind of talking about Xbox, we'll talk about they're releasing a new controller in June of this year. It's going to have a headphone port.
We're fucking calling it.
Calling it?
Yes.
What did we say about it?
We were looking at the other controllers. I was like, have you seen the PS...
How they made the new
We were like, they're gonna redo the controller. Don't you worry. We're talking about the PS3 controller. Or the PS4 controller.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it breaking. And it was like, that's a design that's going to get changed quick. Well, I mean, this is Xbox. But they... ahead of the curve, I guess. You can't knock them for that.
They've done it all the time. But all they're doing so far that I've read, I don't really know. I'm probably stupid and fucking skimmed over too much. But it looks like a headphone port. That's about it. You're going to be able to plug a headphones into it.
Wait.
And listen to basically the game audio.
Headphones.
Headphones.
Not like headset.
Right.
Headphones. Okay. Yeah. All right. About fucking time, really, now that I think of it. Because Turtle Beach has been around for how long? That's kind of like...
Right.
You know.
Well, that was the thing.
Fuck Turtle Beaches, by the way. I don't like them.
I don't really care. I don't play...
They seem to fuck up, and if you play with anyone who has Turtle Beaches on, you're getting blown up. Their fucking mics... I hate them. I'm sorry.
Like echoing through...
Yes, they're horrible.
Yeah. I got a headset, just a cheaper one, for my 360, and basically I just used it for headphones for my PC. But if I ever used it on the Xbox 360, it worked. But it was kind of weird because like a couple months later I get my one and I'm like, well, I can't use this anymore because you just can't.
So it's the new. Is it a redesign or is it just with a port?
As far as I can tell, I saw like pictures that detailed, like paint by number.
Shit.
I don't know why. That controller's phenomenal.
Slide out of your hands like a bar of soap.
No, the Xbox controller has been the best gaming controller since the 360.
Soapy ice bacon grease.
No, they need to not change it. You fucking laughy fucker. They fixed the D-pad on this one. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
D-pad, schmee-pad.
Yeah,
it's too little, too late.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Any controller you buy after June 15th, or 2015, I should say, after they get rid of their other stock, is going to be the one with the headphone port, 3.5 millimeter jack.
I hope people I hope this catches on with like the rest of.
Well,
you know what? To be fair,
Sony needs to fix the thumbsticks. People are getting salty.
The gamepad on Wii U can do this already.
Gamepad on Wii U is,
to be fair,
it's expensive and it's
wait a second,
fucking big, and sometimes they force shit.
The gamepad, it comes with the fucking console. You buy a tablet with your console.
I'm just saying, if you want another one,
why
even though they don't really,
you can't put two on one console.
With no games.
What?
You can't do that with any game. They sell them individually. Why would they do that?
Sure they do, but you don't need another one if you already have the console.
Well,
if someone's selling you a console and they don't have the fucking controller for it, reassess your purchase.
Well, I'm thinking, first of all, my initial thought when I see that they're selling those is, okay, great, in case I want to play with two. But then, now that you say it, I don't know if it's all of them, you tell me, but most games I play, you can only have one gamepad. Because you got a Wii U. So you could bring over your gamepad if that was a thing.
It's not, though.
But I don't think that is a thing.
Yeah, you never thought about it? Yeah, it's not. It's like one pad per console. I thought that too when it first launched. I was like,
that kind of sucks.
A few people could have that and you could do some sort of multiplayer experience. No, it's one per thing.
That'd be fucking awesome, though.
It's like 5. I know, right? But it's like 5 controllers, so
yeah,
that's maximum.
Well, I don't. Okay,
so
they're fucking missing that.
While we're talking about that, why don't you bring up
Splatoon?
That's right.
Splatoon. I bought Splatoon on Friday at midnight because I'm the bomb.
Oh.
And I was playing it, man. It's fucking pretty fun. I actually haven't played much of the single player. I went through one little mission, I think. It's not like they throw you in the game and you're standing in like fucking city square or whatever, and you can
Japan.
Yeah, okay, it's Japan. And you go to the left there and you can change your clothes and put on some new hats and shoes.
You're a squid.
You're a squid. But actually, the game kind of, at the start of the game when you first get it, it basically sort of makes you play. What is the problem?
Something, sorry.
Sort of makes you play they're not ranked, but multiplayer matches because you got to get to level 4 before you can even buy anything. What? Alex is laughing about something. No, it's distracting.
No, I just had a thought that has nothing to do with anything. Just continue. Sorry.
Oh, that's.
I'm just laughing about my own thoughts.
Yeah, we all.
Do you want me to go into
all of us are laughing. No, we're talking about Splatoon.
This has nothing to do with that.
Okay, so Splatoon, it's fun. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of fucking weird strategy when you play the game. God, okay, say it.
No,
do it now because you can't hold it back.
I don't know. I just you remember Eric Murphy from school?
Why are we talking about Eric Murphy?
Because that just came to me. I used to call him Eric the Monster Murphy.
Okay.
And then, I saw him at the gas station, and he's, fat as fuck now.
This is years ago.
So he's Eric the Man Boobs Murphy now.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. It made me laugh.
There you go. There's a treat from Alex's comedic insights.
I told you. Comedic insights.
Yeah, just what goes on in his head. It jumps around.
Look, man. That's key.
It is.
Keep him guessing.
Especially to this. So Eric Murphy does not appear in Splatoon, thank God.
Oh, fucking DLC. Nintendo, you listening? Eric the Man Boobs Murphy, get him in there.
Fan of the show. Big fan of the show, by the way.
Don't look him on Facebook.
Huh?
Nothing.
No, shut up. He doesn't exist anymore. So, God damn it, Alex. You got a chance to play a little bit of Splatoon. What did you think?
I thought it was really... I really was like... whatever. And then I played it and was like, wow, this is a really cool idea. I like how it's working. It's like, you don't need to kill people. A lot of times you don't want to.
The point of the game is not to kill people.
Right, but that's really cool. It's like, wow, there's a lot of different strategies that you don't see in many shooters, and this is fun and fresh. Yeah. And then I started to get my ass whooped, and I was like, God damn, do I suck at this fucking game. He was having a salty
day because he came in all pissed off about Rumble Roses.
Don't get me going about that, because I have more.
Well, don't.
So anyways, so I played Splatoon, I was like, fucking, Grenade.
So the point of the game really is it's to cover the most ground or land with your own ink. And this is just Turf War. I don't know if there's actually any other game modes right now aside from the local co-op or the local versus like balloon pop or whatever the fuck it is. But there is some coming once ranked is unlocked in August.
That's a good way to handle like a local version of that 2-on-2 because that'd be horse shit. Really, you could be just going in circles and both painting. You know what I mean?
You could.
So
yeah, I mean that's
the
true.
fact that you have to wait around at one spot and then like get like specific targets.
Yeah, and
that's a good way to handle it.
Once you die, you lose balloons.
5. Jesus Christ!
Not 5 every time. Not 5 every time.
Well, then why did I lose 5?
I think the lower the timer is, the more you lose, or vice versa. Because I know, like under at least 30 seconds, it might be a minute, you start getting 2 balloons for every one you pop. But anyway, as far as the multiplayer goes, there is weird strategies that make you think in it because it's crazy. I remember playing a game where there was people that were attacking our base and they were actually like fucking camping us out on the skate park map. Which, by the way, there's only 5 maps and there's only 2 playable at a time, and they rotate in and out every 4 hours. But yeah, the skate park one, he's just camping me and he's blowing me up every time. So I start thinking because they're covering our fucking base. I'm like, you know what? And I'm trying to get it back. Like, this is fucking dumb. But I had a thought. Fuck this. I'm gonna abandon the base. I'm gonna go to theirs and just cover it back. Try to even it out that way. And there's little things that you think about all game like that. Only 3-minute games, which is, I think, perfect.
That's cool. Yeah, like I agreed with that. That was like, yeah, because it would just be a mess. I don't know.
Yeah, you'd be painting shit and it'd be getting unpainted immediately. You find yourself kind of not lost because you're always doing something, but sometimes you're not sure what to do. But you can never go wrong if you're painting their color.
One thing I realized is that I played I think 3 games. First one I won, the next ones I lost. Maybe I played 4, but I only won 1. But I did not feel like I was on a team. I felt like I was against these guys. Because like I didn't feel like I was with people. Like I felt like I was against 2, like I would get teamed up on or something and I'd be like, well, fucking I wouldn't even think about my team. I don't know, it's like they're just an afterthought. It didn't feel like I was in a team. Didn't feel like teamwork was happening.
Sometimes
it was like I gotta paint this because it's not painted. It wasn't like where's my team to paint this.
Yeah,
I guess they were just fucking up. I don't know.
Sometimes it happens. You'll have points where I don't know. Maybe they got a splat roller and you don't.
Splat roller,
or especially at the start of the game where you're grouped up. You're like, all right, I got this regular gun that shoots, and they all got splat rollers. So if he's going left, I'm not. Or 2 splat rollers go left and right, I'm going up the center. That's really the only time where I feel. And I don't think that voice chat will. Voice chat will kind of help it. But yeah, if they got a splat roller, just get out of their way because they're doing a hell of a lot more than you can. Go cover some fucking walls and run up them.
On that note, I know I mentioned it before, but goddamn, Bad Meavers Post is killing it with Splatoon. They're getting blown up, and they're fucking funny. Go look at that.
Some of them are good.
Yeah.
Some people can fucking draw on that thing.
Yeah, man. No, like really, like it's pretty impressive. Like some of the Meavers posts are like just, it's immaculate. Love that. Have you ever grabbed the SNES controller? It's immaculate.
Have I ever grabbed it?
It's immaculate.
You fucking literally said that about the PlayStation controller in episode 1.
I also said it about something in episode 2.
You did?
Yep.
About what?
You have to listen and find out.
Oh shit. Alright, so I think that wraps up our Splatoon talk, and our news was fucking pretty slim pickings this week, but hey, that's fine.
Hey man, what are you gonna do?
I don't really know. Oh, actually I should say, because we started
Well, I mean, there's
Splatoon.
fighting game news that I could go into.
Well, you can. Let me just...
Good.
First of all, let's talk about Batman and tell me why your good friend Crowley was upset about a Batman talk.
I'm gonna tell him to listen. Yeah, well...
Hey, Mr. Computer!
That motherfucker... We'll have him.
What did we say wrong?
No,
tell me.
No, that wasn't it. He just thought he's like a blind fanboy of that. He was the same way with the Resident Evil movies. He loves Resident Evil. Like when I first talked to him, he was such a blind fanboy to that. He was like, "Oh, I love the movies. I love it." It was like, why? Those movies are so shitty. The first one was okay. The second one was even all right. And then like they're so goddamn stupid every time. Like they're so dumb. They just steal shit from the games and then like. other than stealing scenes out of the games, they just have nothing to do with them.
Like Doom when they stole the first person.
Dude, but that was funny. Like, that was, like, really stupid, but goddamn was I entertained by it.
But Crowley.
Wow,
you're a bellend.
Oh, right.
The movies are great.
So he, like... I mean, I don't mean to, like, just fucking blast Crowley like this. Yeah, don't blast him. What he was saying about it was, like, his defense against what we were saying about the DLC, which is fucking scummy no matter what way you look at it. You can come at it from any direction. It's scummy. Was just like, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it.
But what did
that does not compute. That is not a factor in this. Right. It still is what it is, and it's fucking scummy.
But he actually made a... What is it? What is the DLC? What he said it was... It's not DLC, it's, what did he call it? Like, is it expansions, or what did he say to you?
I don't know. I think
expansions. You said something.
But, like...
Whatever it is.
He said it was like, if you... that's the season pass. Is that
it? That's what it was.
Yeah, but still, like, if it's a... Season passes, if it's like a shooter, you know what you're getting. You're getting maps.
And ways, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah,
so, like, you know what you're going to get.
You know zombies is coming.
Exactly. Like, that would warrant a season pass. If it's like... That game, it's like, who knows what you're fucking gonna get? Maybe they won't even make DLC.
Well, that's the thing. That was
like, that's horseshit. You're buying in early.
That was the big part of the article and why we were talking about it, is because when they announced the $40 DLC or whatever it is, the season pass, they didn't tell you what the fuck was in it for like a day.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes they don't even have plans for DLC. And then
what?
And then he's like, well, then just ignore the season pass and buy whatever the fuck else. But it's like, if you end up buying some of the DLC, it's still going to be more expensive. Like, all of it together, obviously, is going to be more expensive than the season pass. But, like, it's just a fucking scummy way to do it. I don't know. I just have a problem with it.
That's like...
There's no good way to look at this.
That's like 80% of the game is going to be season passes according to the money.
The worst fucking thing is, like...
70 something.
Here's we're releasing the game. It's not out yet.
Yeah.
This is going to be our DLC. Like,
exactly.
Fuck yourself.
Telling me about what's going to be, what you can get in the game.
Put it in already.
Before the game's out. Yeah, that is where we as gamers need to not accept that, because it's fucking getting to the point where that's just going to keep happening. There's nothing we can do about it, really, except for not buy it.
I love Capcom. I mean, I'm not blind enough of a fan to be like, yeah, I mean, they're you know, the way they handle DLC is, like, not great, but no, it's fucking scummy and it's stupid. I don't know if you know about all that.
Well, I know
they're very guilty of paid DLC on disc. Ooh.
Yeah, when it just unlocks.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you pay $10 on Cross Tekken to unlock 10 characters or so many characters.
Yeah, that's
fucking scumbags.
Exactly. It's just something that's in the game, but they're just getting an extra buck out of it. Which, in a couple of ways, you know what? For as scummy as EA is, the way that they sort of, and I still hate it, just because if you did this, I think if you buy the game, you should have it no matter how you buy it. But one way that they made sure they got money for every sports game they sold was they had, you would buy the game, and this is, I don't think they do it anymore, but at least for the past 3 years or something. What do you mean?
Like
the game would have updates.
Roster and
yeah, well, yeah, the roster balance, updates in the new annual, and every annual.
Yeah, why the fuck don't they do that?
They do balance it.
I mean, like, every few years do that. Why do they got to do one every fucking year? That's not a great way to sell.
It's true, but anything. Tell that to gaming fans. Those fucking games, first of all, sell like Madden sells millions of copies every year. They do,
but how many gamers actually, like, notice the difference? How many, like...
Yep.
I mean, they're running out of mechanics.
No, they do towards tail end of the console generations. You do get that. You get a couple subtle changes. Definitely now it's big. They're huge. The changes, they add new physics.
Fair enough.
They add like different engines, like the Enforcer engine in NHL. They do like this year's Madden. I didn't want to talk about this. I can, but first let me say my point about that was what they did that I didn't like but did like. If you bought the game used, if you bought the game new, it would come with an insert in the thing where when you turn the game on, you would put your code in, because you got a code with it, kind of like a CD key. That would basically unlock online gaming, so you could play ranked online or player matches. But if you bought the game used, you can assume that code is used, so you can't play online. So they want money, and to ensure that they did that, you could buy the online pass.
That was like a fad.
Yeah, I think the online
Mortal
pass
Kombat 9 was doing that too, and everyone was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Because they were like, buying used games is like stealing.
It's
like
not
that.
stealing.
Fuck yourself.
It's
like just because I'm not buying
than...
it at full price, it's aged. I'm not gonna pay fucking full price for it
anymore. It's good enough publicity because it's leaving the hands of somebody who didn't want it and going into the hands of somebody that might stream it or might talk about it and get their buddies to buy it.
That's a weird gray area with stuff like that because it's like story mode for like MKX. Like people are feeling this. It's like, why buy the game when if I'm gonna play it for the story? Why buy it when I can YouTube it and get the whole fucking story, same experience, nothing changes? And it's like I get that.
I guess.
But
still a
if
game.
I like something, I've done that, but if I like something, I'm going to buy it and support it. Fucking Deadly Premonition. I watched the story, and then I bought it so I could play it myself because I wanted to, and then I played it with some friends because I wanted to. It was fucking... I liked it.
Well, I don't...
Support what you like. That's what's important. That's the gray area. You gotta...
Again, I don't like that they do that, but I get it. I understand, like, they wanted to make the money off of it, and I don't know. EA, everybody knows, is like the most scumbaggy company in the fucking planet. They're trying to save face a little bit. I don't actually know what they're doing to do it, but they do it, and they put out fucking NHL 15 this year. People like it. People like the gameplay. The gameplay is good. I won't call it great like most people do. It's good. But it came shipped with no fucking game modes. When you bought it day one, you could play like plain out. There was nothing. No season. DLC, no Be a Pro. No, they patched it. Okay. And the game, it came in.
Like,
but even still, like there's game modes missing, first of all, but there's missing bits of game modes too, like Be a GM, man. It used to be deep. Last year's game, like you'd be a GM, even your GM had contracts. So you'd go through, the way I would do it is I would start it and I would actually like basically build my team and simulate through seasons, and I had fun doing it. I'm fucking weird. But it was fun. So after 3 years would come, I'd get new contract offers. If I won some cups, I'd change teams. But at any point, I could go through and I could look at like the last 6 years that I did, and it would show my record, if I won the cup, what round I lost, little shit like that, all gone. The GM rankings, all gone. Money, all gone. The AHL, the minor league team, you could actually play in the old game. In this game, the rosters are there, but you can't even play as the fucking team, even in Play Now.
What was the game, the football, like, head coach, was it?
Yeah. NFL, there was one version of EA Sports NFL head coach.
Right.
And you basically just coach.
That was it. But, like, I remember hearing about it and like, seeing a review and, like, hearing that just, it's not fun.
Look it up.
One of the worst games in I was talking to somebody, and he was like, oh, like, I heard about that. Like, I'm really interested in that. I was like, I mean, unless you want to coach a team and that's it, it's a shitty game. And he was like, but that's exactly what I want to do. And I was like, oh, fine, I guess you'd love it. But like, I'm in the firm belief that every game has some sort of audience. Whether it's like even the shittiest games, like people play those because they want to see just how shitty a game can get, or some fucking reason, whatever the reason is. There's every game has its audience.
Oh, you know what? Before I say that, they might have made one more a little bit later, one more head coach. I don't remember. Either way, it was bad. But no, I had a part of me would definitely buy that game. Like I say, I like to simulate games and like pretend I'm this or that.
Did they put a coach, like a big name coach?
No, I didn't play the game.
Cover.
Yeah, it was Bill Cowher, I think. And I do think there's another one because I'm pretty sure it was Bill Cowher. I could be wrong. It was either Bill Cowher or Tony Dungy, or they made two, and it was Bill Cowher and Tony Dungy.
Was there a scream obscenities into your... Excuse me.
No, but there might have been...
DLC?
No. I didn't play it. But on the cover, Bill Cowher might have been saying something, and like a nice meaty ball of spit might have been flying off his lip. I don't remember.
We're gonna battle.
Wouldn't doubt it. Maybe it was Madden scratching his head.
You're gonna lose. You're gonna be alright.
But let me say real quick while I'm on sports games, and nobody likes fucking sports games, so I'll just say this last bit. They did announce Madden, or obviously they don't have to announce Madden.
When are they just gonna call it football? I think football is gonna change the name to Madden. You're playing a bit of Madden, are you?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Let's go outside, play some Madden.
The British kids might do it. Oh, look at his kit. What's he got?
American football. They have to call it American football.
Yeah,
I love American
You
football.
live here long enough, even if you're British, you'll stop doing that.
You arrogant fucking Americans, listen to us.
Yeah, you fucking scumbags.
Think you own everything.
Thinking you got every
bunch of
sport
pricks.
in the world.
Ugh.
You know what you need?
Fucking free
cricket.
fries.
Check out rugby.
Hey, rugby's one of the... No, I used to... One of my roommates in East Lansing was on a rugby team. He was a real hard ass
They're
about it.
pretty big, but I still think American football players still take bigger hits, even though they're wearing pads.
Right.
Go at them. Doesn't matter. I'm not hating on anything the British are doing. Great country, great people.
It's tea drinking folks.
But really, Madden, they put out their trailer. There's new in-game physics and basically like catch and hit animations and this and that, and I think one or two like actual fucking announcements. But the problem that I have with the more like animations they put in for big catches and shit, the more basically drawn to the play a player becomes. And that's what really takes you out of a sport game when your player does something that, you know, the ball gets thrown up in the air and they go to make an immaculate catch and they're not even near the ball, but because the animation is like that, the player just kind of gets drawn to it and he grabs it. It's like, yeah, that's the problem with the new sports games. They kind of got to balance that shit. But they're fun. It's not it's not a reason to not play the game, especially after last year's game. Last year's Madden was actually really good, and after the years that they've had lately, that says a lot, because games haven't been that good, and considering it's the only football game you can buy.
That's a genre in general, sports games, that is hard to make improvements on. Like, how are you going to fucking change the game every year? Like, that's the problem.
That's how they do
They're just running out.
Well, no, they're not. They add...
Make it realer. Make it more real.
You make it more realistic.
Until
you fix the bugs. Every year they put out this realistic physics engine, it becomes buggy. And then they fix that all year.
Right, but it's like, maybe they leave a bug and just be like, well, people are going to talk about this.
Actually, no, they don't do that. They don't do that, but they don't fix every single bug for the reason that next year they can say, goalies are fixed. Hey, goalies are better. And I always go back to NHL because that's... I play the shit out of NHL. That's really...
Would it be...
And I even play this one, even though I said... Fucking on like a 10-point scale, we don't rate games on this show, but I will. 10-point scale, I'd give that fucker like a 6.5 at best. It's missing too much.
Would you like it more if the ball, like, if some guy was running and he went to catch it and the ball whisked into his hand instead of him, like, you know...
It happens. It's not like these animations...
Him whizzing into the ball?
Right, it's not like that always happens. It just happens from time to time. Like, they'll come up and the player's got... Because they have attributes like catching, and then there's like spectacular catch attribute. So if they got a high spectacular catch and the ball's a little bit overthrown, he'll go up to make this fucking amazing catch, but whatever it is, because the physics are pretty damn close to real, so the ball is a little off, but the player will just do something and he'll kind of pull to it, or the ball might snap to his hands. Shit like that happens, and that's the thing, especially playing two-player, when people get salty. Like, oh my god, bullshit, you got lucky.
Fucking game loves
fucking, yes, exactly.
Into your hands and shit.
That is definition salt.
Who's the guy who voiced Blitz?
It's good. I don't know, but he's the same guy who does
Intercepted.
Yeah, he's the same guy who does the NBA jams.
Really? Oh yeah.
Tomahawk jam.
Two-handed jam.
He's hitting up.
There's
a
boom shakalaka. That's the number one.
There's a We Are Sports
Boom shakalaka gameplay.
Yeah, the boom shakalaka gameplay. It's back. No, we need to do a Let's Play NBA Jams.
Can you be Obama?
You can in the latest NBA Jam for the Xbox Live Arcade.
Can you be Michelle Obama?
No, No. You can be Obama, Cheney, Bush.
No Michelle though, huh?
Who else? Oh, Hillary Clinton. I think you'd be Bill Clinton. I bet
Michelle Obama could palm a basketball.
You can be the
dunk on you.
Donkey and the elephant.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Man, I mean that's going a little far. Just keep it. You don't need the fucking whole cabinet in there.
Man, we are on a roll and running out of time.
What?
Yeah,
Anyways, keep going. Alright, so this is kind of fucking weird. The PS4 version of Ultra Street Fighter 4 is so goddamn buggy, or it was, because it got patched fairly quickly. And I mean, this is a game that needs to be able to run the same as everything. Like, I mean, this is pretty obvious. So the train wreck of its launch, it's just a fucking mess, and it's not going to be at EVO. I mean, I guarantee, even if it, like, gets patched, it's too much of, like, it was this shitty, and how are they going to find everything? So they're probably just going to stick with 360s, because, I don't know, that's where the game runs the best. But there's some crazy bugs, like, there's bugs that you wouldn't expect. Like, it's not just like, oh, the balance is weird. There's one where DiCaprio, she doesn't go as far as she does. Her teleport thing is slower. It doesn't go as far. But then there's like, for some reason, Dudley in certain stages, when he crouches, like one of the stage sound effects will start going off. So if you keep crouching as him, it's like and like stacks on each other. So it's a fucking mess. Yeah, right. And then there's this. I saw this horrible glitch with the jury in training mode where like she does a move in the corner to Dan and then starts backing up and she's like glitching around and bugging about and like she's back and forth. It's fucking weird.
I don't really understand why that is either because it's a.
I don't get.
I suppose it's. I know it's got to be harder to
different hardware. It's weird.
Yeah, to like port them, and some games do it flawlessly, and other games have mad crazy bugs, and you hear developers talking to you about
it's like
how difficult it is.
If I knew more about development, I could make a fucking judgment call on this, but it's still like, how the fuck? I mean, don't try to push it out. Just make it work.
Yeah, make it work. Well, I wonder. Well, that's the thing about
a mess. Man.
There's like a stigma on delaying games. I think the gaming community is realizing a delayed game means it's a good thing.
Well, it's weird because I fucking hope they do because that's the truth. But like, no matter what they say, if it takes a little bit longer, I mean, well, I can't really say that because that's not always the case. I mean, fucking depending on if it's in the hands of one developer, how's that? Because a lot of games get tossed around when they get delayed. But anyways, this isn't going to be at EVO, and this is just
Street Fighter. Street Fighter 4 will be, but just not on the PlayStation 4.
Right, that's what I mean. PS4 version is not going to be a thing. And I was like, oh, that's fucking sweet. If I had a PS4, I would have bought it at launch and been like...
That's because you buy every fucking version of the game that comes out.
It's true. The only one I don't own is PS3.
And you own them all on Xbox 360 and Steam if they're available. Or on PC and PC, I should say.
And I have the DS.
See, I was wondering... I'd like to see them try to port the fucker to the... And they won't. But I would wonder if the same issue would happen on 360 if it's something to do with the hardware that's on the PlayStation or the one. Sorry, if it's something to do with the hardware on the PlayStation 4, or if it's just that difficult to make the jump.
It's just different. It's just different hardware, I imagine.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I don't know for sure.
I've heard. I mean, look at fucking Master Chief Collection. That was basically a 4-game port.
Weird.
And
yeah, but see, that's the thing. That's so ambitious. Like, my God.
Well, the game worked. I mean, the thing is, the multiplayer was fucked. Right. But the game worked fine.
How many fucking servers is that, though? My God. Guys, take it easy. I mean, that's like really cool that they did that, but it's like...
Really cool.
If they're going to do that, they need to make the online work.
That thing was almost overdue. It's 10-year anniversary of Halo 2. That everybody was fucking screaming for it.
Sure.
Since they took Halo 2 offline... even though I hadn't played it in years, I'm like, no.
HD remakes? Like, come on, let's get some new shit going.
No, I know it. But at the same time, I'm that way... What?
I was going to say, HD remakes fucking Devil May Cry. Looks sweet.
Yeah.
Adding a lot of shit. Devil May Cry 4. Fucking looks red.
It just feels
looks red.
I just fucking feel like the generation, the lifetime for the last generation was too early. I feel like it's dead too early. There's good games. There's games I wanted to play.
I could see that, but like...
I just wish there was backwards compatibility or something, and now there's all these games that I could play on my 360 or whatever, and I do still go back, but it's like, man... If they just put a better looking one, fixed this, and brought this to the next gen, it would be sweet. I don't hate HD remakes. In a way, it gets fucking bogs down. Like, they're expecting the Gears one. They're expecting a Gears remake to be announced, or remaster to be announced at E3, along with a next Gears game announcement.
What was the last one? Judgment? That went like horribly?
It was like a prequel, I believe.
That blonde guy? I don't know. I didn't play those games.
We got a little bit of Gears to talk about later on. I know
we got another HD port to talk about, and that's probably more that I could talk about. But the surprising no one, and pretty much it was gonna happen, is the Resident Evil 0 HD remake. That's and right. I'm pretty sure it runs off the same engine, so it's gonna be like copy paste. Hopefully they don't fucking like slouch on it, and like, you know, it's just going to be like there's the quick up-res that they did with the other one, which worked and it was great, and like people have their like gripes about it, but I mean, whatever, man, it's great, it's back. Fucking Resident Evil Remake HD is fucking great.
Right.
It is so good. I highly recommend you play it.
You're talking about that. But what was Resident Evil 0? By the way,
Resident Evil 0 was on GameCube. You never played it?
I didn't play it. But the Resident Evil HD remake, I'll be the other guy that says don't. Because it's not... Especially if you got into Resident Evil games late.
Wait, which one?
I thought you were talking about Resident Evil, the original game's remake.
Yeah, get it.
I would say don't get it.
Do get it.
Well, personally...
They added a fucking... Dude, it's so good. Just stop. Just because of tank controls, they also added non-tank controls, which I think it fucking absolutely breaks the game because it's not designed around that.
As a guy who started in 4, which I believe is the best one of them all, I think that the first one is just not... It's the same game. It just looks good. I mean, that's all it is. It's not that fucking... I mean, it's fun enough, but it's so there's too much going on. If you started with 4 and loved it and didn't play the other ones, or did play them and didn't really like it, this game isn't for you. That's simple fact.
I recommend this highly to anyone who is a fan of the series.
And I say, if you're not a fan of the first and second...
If you're not a fan of survival horror games, you have no business looking at these games in the fucking first place.
Yeah, but that's a different kind, because Resident Evil 4 did it perfectly. That game is fucking flawless in my opinion.
I don't agree. But I think that game's awesome. I think this and Resident Evil 3 are the best Resident Evil games of all time.
Story-wise, maybe. But
no.
Controls, the way the camera's fixed.
Resident Evil 3 had the best fucking gameplay. It was all randomized. It was always tense. Always. That's the point of it. You're always in a tense situation.
It
added a dodge mechanic. It was fucking... You didn't play it, though. It was so good.
I've played a bit of it.
You can't really make a judgment call on Resident Evil 3 when you play it.
No, but I did play the Resident Evil remake because I wanted to buy it. It was $20. I almost pre-ordered it.
Good.
And then I played it on your PC on Steam, and...
We were so drunk.
This doesn't matter. The game didn't change.
We were so drunk.
Everybody's drunk when they play games.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I guess that's a good way to think about that.
We're high on life when we're doing this. I still just say don't get it if you don't love those. It doesn't matter. Fuck that.
It's an older style of game. Doesn't mean it's bad.
I'll tell you what.
It's not going to turn you off. You just need to understand that it's not going to fucking hold your hand like every goddamn game these days. It's pathetic. I hate it.
We had... Alex is fired up. We had a nice debate on this one time, and we could keep going.
Did we?
So I'll tell you, yes, we did. That same night, we talked, and you said that people liked our opinions on it. Don't do it. Shut up. Because we're going to do it later. We'll record a separate thing where we debate that, but we got to get moving here. When we're talking about Resident Evil 0, and I pulled it up right here. It's getting a graphical update with, and we'll spot clean. Oh, sport cleaner textures, blah, 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 blah. Smoother and cleaner to see. Trophy and achievement support. Well, trophy and achievement support.
It's pretty much what's going on with
it's a fun game. People love that.
The new... Well, like, for one, a lot of people aren't huge fans of Resident Evil 0 in the first place.
I don't even know what it is.
If for those of you who don't know and played the HD remake, let's assume that they're your first Resident Evil game or your first older Resident Evil game was the HD re-release of Remake. And it follows Rebecca and Billy, who's fucking awesome. Yeah. Rebecca, I think... I don't quote me on this, and I'm going to get fucking blown up by people when they listen to this. I'm pretty sure it's before she gets to... She's a part of Alpha Team or B Team or whatever the fuck.
She's Bravo.
Yeah, she's Bravo Team, and she's a part... Before they get to the mansion, I guess? It's a prequel.
Yeah, it's a prequel.
Or between what's going on, it's running right along... Yeah, right at the end, she sees the mansion. So yeah, it's before the first game. Just before it. Yep. Which is weird. She's
transporting the prisoner, Billy Cohen.
Billy Cohen! I like Billy, he's great.
Both are forced to partner up and work together to stop...
We need to cooperate. I remember that being, why would I cooperate with you? You're a criminal. Because we're fucking in a train full of zombies.
We might die.
Well, it's weird because, I always found it weird that they're hauling ass on a train and, is it just going in circles around, fucking Raccoon City Forest? Because you could spend hours on that train.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. And then it ends up stopping. You have to... It's cool. I'm going to get...
But who hit the brakes?
Not one of the better ones, but you could... It was weird because it introduced something where you could control each character. In you can control whoever... Because you had to switch between characters. There was no, box you could open and put stuff in. You had to drop stuff, and you could control the other character with the other stick. C-stick.
That's interesting.
It was a good-looking game. It played okay. A lot of people don't like it. Crowley hates it.
It was only for the GameCube, so getting a... different console, whatever audience might do it good. I don't know.
It's gonna. I mean, it'll sell well, and then it might have more of a backlash. I don't know. I hope good things for it because that will mean probably that one of the older games. I'm crossing my fingers. Forget Resident Evil 2. Give me a fucking Resident Evil 3 remake. instead because that 2 has been played out.
Well, they're not really expecting, but there's speculation, I should say, that this game could come out soon. Because the remaster of the first game was announced, and it came out like 2 months later. So you could have this.
Well, I mean, because all the original textures, I'm sure, were they did them in HD and then just down-res them to fucking GameCube.
That's where this great
480
Roman Empire of fucking Capcom and Konami are, though, these days, aren't they? They're just into porting. So you might get your wish.
Okay, so look at Capcom a year and a half ago. They were like, these sales for Resident Evil 6 need to be in like the 20 million. Or like just way too high. Their expectations. Now they have realistic expectations for sales. And it's like, oh, well, cool. I'm glad you can understand where you're going to be. Because they're not going to be fucking Nintendo or some shit like that. Like, they sell games. They do. They make money. But like, they're making themselves like their own worst enemy.
Generally, companies like
they're doing
that
better now.
Won't let, and it's a company incorporated. They're not the shareholders won't buy it if they don't fix it. So they'll put a stop to that. And clearly, it looks like they had, because like I said, about a year ago, they were talking about selling the damn thing.
Well, they were selling things. They needed to make cash.
No, they were going to make. They were opening again their stock. They were going to allow for a hostile takeover. They weren't going to stop it. You could buy majority shares.
Yeah, stock. Options.
Exactly. If you bought the majority share, though, you're in charge.
Did you see? There's look up an interview with like, I think they opened it up or they like released like things about stock shareholders at Nintendo talking about just people who don't understand how video games work and they're just like looking at the one way that they make money and just like. The shit they have to put up with, I can't imagine.
I know it. Same with Microsoft.
It's like these fucking idiots. You're right. Like, what a place. Like that's way more than just games. Right. So it's like these people are like, the fuck?
Well, that's like
start selling shit, you idiots.
That's like front and center too, because and it's actually very likely that Microsoft branch or whatever is going to be spun off. I'm sorry, Xbox branch will be spun off from Microsoft within the next 5 years. I fully expect that. My Xbox will not be Microsoft. In 5 years. It'll be its own thing.
I mean, I think weren't they like thinking of bailing out the next console generation?
No, not bailing out. Like they were thinking about, again, just getting... Microsoft would basically allow them to go off on their own. I don't think they'd give them any money. I don't really know how it would work.
I think it could sustain itself if they did it right.
Absolutely can. Microsoft makes money, despite
this. What happened to fucking Sega?
Well, Sega they did it to themselves, releasing systems that nobody bought.
I love it.
And games that nobody cared about.
The Dreamcast looks so good in my closet.
Yeah, that's what you said last time, fuckface.
I know it. I'm going to bronze it and put it over our mantelpiece.
Let's take 2 steps back here. Street Fighter 4, that patch we were talking about for the PS4, is coming out sometime next week.
Yeah, according
to a tweet by
there was a huge thing, and they were like, look, we're getting this fucker patched, like, quick, fast, and in a hurry. And that's exactly what they needed. Okay, before we get too far into this, I do want to talk about this Tekken character. Tekken 7, I'm not a huge Tekken player, but man, this character, and one other character, I hate her design, but she seems like she plays awesome. Anyways, I digress. This is the newest character. It's, what's her name?
Looks like Kazumi? Is this who you're talking about?
Kazumi Mishima. It's Heihachi's wife and Kazuya's mom, which is weird, because... Who says she was like she was irrelevant? She didn't need to be some kind of like badass. And turns out she is, and she's got a fucking tiger as a striker. She has like points, and this tiger comes rolling in.
Orchid.
And like, well, yeah, pretty much. You're right. Fuck, I didn't even think about that. Pretty much like Orchid. She points. Here comes the tiger. She's snitching. And that tiger gets to the bottom of it.
Snitching?
She's snitching.
She's doing it.
Yeah.
Aren't they like foster parents for like half of the fucking roster?
Dude, everyone in that game, it's like, oh, this character's tired. Oh, they had a kid. And then, like, boom. Here comes this new fucking character. Like, Tekken 3, it was like, oh, Kazuya. Yeah, we're done with Kazuya. He had a kid. Jin, here he comes. And it's like,
here he comes.
Then he had Kazuya's moves, and then he made him into his own character.
The Prodigy.
Fucking Eddie Gordo. Oh, yeah, he's got, like, some bitch, Christy Montero, which is, like, the sexiest fucking fighting game character of all time. Look her up. She's crazy. Anyways, oh, fuck. Where was I going to get... There was something I was going to say. Yeah, look up this chick real quick, because I forgot her name. Tekken 7 roster. New Tekken 7 roster. Look it up real quick, because she plays... I think she's got to be a Muay Thai character, because she's so cool. She, her her design is fucking dumb. She's like some dopey little like love girl. Like I don't know. She's goofy. Just look up images.
Did you say she was a Muay Thai?
She's like she looks like she's Muay Thai. It's not that chick. She's really bland. Her design is really bland too, and like but she plays cool. I love Steve, and she has like Steve mechanics where she dodges. She has dodge mechanics and like step kicks and shit.
Yeah, Steve's the boxer who can't kick, right?
This is Tekken Tag.
Well, it ought to be.
Yeah, Steve. No, Steve can kick.
This is great.
He actually has kick. Sure, but he has kick moves. There she is. This chick down here.
Well, it went away.
This chick. She fucking looks like she looks really lame.
So I'll describe her. She looks like
Josie
Rizal. She looks sort of like Jade without the mask.
She's like lame. Like, I can do it. Here we go.
Of course, typical fucking fighting game style, enormous boobs.
Well, you know, look at fucking what's her name?
Looks like
this character. I'll mention something funny about her. Her name's what? Lucky Chloe, I think. Yeah. She's like a cat, like techno chick. So like Harada, he's like a big shit talker. He makes Tekken. He's the Tekken guy. Okay. He if you call him out on Twitter, he does not back down. He's not nice about it. He's like, all right, fuck, I'll play you. Let's fucking play right now. So he like, this character got announced in America. And then like all these people are like, oh, fuck this character. We don't even want him. He's like, all right, fine. She doesn't come to America. Have it your way, guys. And then everyone's like, wait a second. Like all these people are like, wait, just because these assholes said it doesn't mean we don't want her.
No shit. That's
Bring
like
her here.
one fucking dickhead.
Yeah, but then he was just like, nope, you guys don't want her. She's not coming. And then like... Oh god, it was so funny.
He's a Street Fighter fan too.
He is?
The guy who said that.
Harada? Oh no.
No, the fucking guy who trolled him.
So like, I don't know. It was all these people like, oh, that's just what we need. Some like fucking kawaii ass bitch. And it was like, he was just like, no,
is she dressed up
not
like
gonna get her.
Outfit?
She's got like a cat ears and cat mittens and shit. She's like a super Japanese kind of, and she's American as far as I remember.
They'll get her here.
But like, yeah, no.
I wonder.
Then he was just like, no, I was just fucking around. People are being assholes, so I'm trolling him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's funny. I love Harada.
I really do wonder the difference between Japanese sales and American for Tekken.
It sells well. Does well in Tekken it gets
does
a really
well here.
Good
I know it does well here.
It gets a good arcade release, and then like it's weird because that game ages really fast. Like Street Fighter 4 has been out for a while. Tekken 6 came out,
balancing it and patching it.
Well, yeah, but it's still like it's a game with longevity. Like I don't know. Tekken 6 came out. And I remember, like, a few years later into it, like, Filthy Rich was like, man, we really need a new Tekken game. This one's old. And I was like, what? As far as, like, that's, like, fucking baby years in Street Fighter days. So, like, then he was like, oh, yeah, we're getting, we're getting Tekken Tag.
Now that I say
it sold okay. It did alright. So, like, Tekken Tag comes out, and it's fucking the new hotness. Everybody loves it. It's good. Good game.
I can't believe...
really hard to get into.
Topic for another time, so don't even engage. But I just can't believe the evolution of fighting games. How they've come and just basically gone full circle.
They went
straight back to where they were.
Fucking got revitalized, just like horror games.
It was like a cycle. It's like they went and did some shitty 3D style bullshit and got some good shit out of it and went right back, took the good things and went back to where they started with the good things.
Well, I have a lot to say about that. We'll get into it another day.
We will get into that another day. So we saw a 16-bit Shawshank Redemption just parody video.
Yeah, like somebody made like a little. Somebody did this with.
It was
Freaks and Geeks too.
God, I know what it's called. I'm fucking drawing a blank on the name. Go ahead though.
Somebody did it with Freaks and Geeks, and it's just like. It's good. They made like a 16-bit little like game you can kind of play and like.
Well, it's not even a game.
This isn't a game, but with the Freaks and Geeks thing, they did it.
And this is definitely not a game because
I only put this on because I fucking love.
Well, I looked it up. I mean, all it is, it's literally the fucking movie told in game 8, whatever.
Right. It's just I thought it was kind of cool. Just check it out. It's kind of interesting. We don't really need to go into detail on it.
It literally is the story though. So if you want to watch the movie, don't because there's no gameplay at all. It's 8-bit characters play.
I don't think it's that long. Though. It's
movie.
just a few. I don't think it's the whole movie.
It's 6 minutes long.
You know, but it's not the fucking movie.
It's the.
It's just a little like cool thing somebody did. I thought it was fucking cool, so I threw it in. Somebody did it with the.
We got to give credit though.
There's a video of James Franco and Seth Rogen playing that on YouTube.
Playing
the Freaks and Geeks one.
Is that right?
Yeah, go check it out.
They actually made it a game?
Well, no. Like, these people made it a game, and then they invited him to their YouTube channel and played it for him. It's kind of cool.
Okay,
anyways,
so that's that. And
God, I hope fucking Shawshank never gets remade. Just leave it be.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Just leave it fucking be.
We say we're gonna talk about whatever we want, but we always only talk about games. Maybe I'll. Matter of fact, we should start like a fucking like a Patreon or something. Get another show going for our 60 viewers a week. Can fund us. We'll talk about something else. Anyway, want to get to some questions because we had a writer submit some questions. Woohoo! It's Jenny McDaniel.
I love you, Jenny.
You saved our life. Thank you
girl.
for listening and again giving us feedback on the show and doing everything you do because you do it so nice. Okay. So Jenny asked 3 questions
that we could just fucking go on. This could be a podcast.
This could be long.
So we got to make it snappy.
Especially because I can't narrow them down. I really can't. So I'm about to cheat hard on these questions.
I'll make it quick.
I know you will because I'm going to ask you the first question. Question number 1. Alex, what game, past or present, was so annoyingly overhyped and you looked forward to it and it just ended up being a dud?
So I guess I wouldn't say it was annoyingly hyped, but I was really excited about fucking Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And so was everybody else, because, like, come on, it's like the 2 biggest fighting game franchises in like...
At least in America.
Well, it was interesting because it was the 2 biggest fighting game franchises in, like, subgenres of fighting games. Well, 3D fighters are so different.
You should say, like...
2D fighters are so different. How are they going to come
also,
together?
like, professional, because Mortal Kombat just at that time, didn't have a good game.
Well, the thing about... I could go on about why Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter will never happen. Anyways, so I was pumped up about this game. It's never gonna fucking happen because fatalities, basically. Capcom doesn't want their characters getting their heads ripped off and shit.
Sure, but I don't think.
And Mortal Kombat fans don't want to have a game that doesn't have fucking.
But
fatalities.
Those games have completely different mechanics. You'd have to balance the shit out of them, and
it
would go back to your alpha game.
This. All right, we'll talk about that another time. Sorry, I could really do that. But anyways, it was fucking sweet. I was super excited. Fucking pre-ordered it, had everything ready, got all this stuff. I was so pumped. And so were a few other, like, we were sitting there talking about it on pins and needles when characters were getting announced. So the game comes out and we, like, start playing it. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's cool. It doesn't really translate from the fighting games I know. It's a little weird.
So it's not a dud by any means.
No, it's, I actually like it. A lot of people fucking hate it, and I think that's a little, like, unjust.
It just didn't live up to the hype for you, and it wasn't.
It's not that. It just the mechanics were weird, and when it first came out, it was a fucking mess. It was a boring ass fucking game. In a lot of ways, it still is kind of boring.
I can say that I actually bought that game, and as a non-Street Fighter player, I play when Alex makes me, but I can't really do moves as easy and this and that. I found that game pretty easy to pick up and beat.
Definitely,
because I played through
it. Well, I mean, I wouldn't recommend playing a fighting game for single-player purposes ever, but...
What? Bullshit. Play it for fun. Play games for fun.
Absolutely. I mean, if that's what you're going to get your money's worth for, then cool. But, like, I just feel like that's where the games shine. Where fighting games shine is multiplayer. So anyways, Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
And that's your game.
Yeah. How about you?
Mine was tough. Again, it was annoyingly overhyped and look forward to. This was so fucking hard for me to figure out because I have to say...
Fable 3, 2...
No, okay. I'm going to cheat. Again, I said it. I actually thought of one that I think I can put to the front, but yeah, Fable 2 kind of, because I bought Fable 1, which most people actually think are overhyped because of the fucking, first of all, he said they were making the greatest game in history.
Fucking Molyneux, you can't, yeah, that
and it
guy.
was short,
Molyneux, period.
all that stuff. But it was still a fun game, I liked it, and then I bought Fable 2, and I'm thinking this is going to be an expansion on the universe I like.
Co-op?
It's going to be a longer game than this was. I bought Fable 2 and fucking hated it. I can't remember why. This was years ago, but I just didn't like it. But that's not it. That's not the game. The game that I think I was most excited about because fucking, I'll just say Gears of War. The original Gears of War. There was, I think I ignored the TV ads if there even was one. I think there was the Mad World ad.
But how?
I went to my buddy Greg's house. Again, another shout out for Greg. What up, Greg? I saw him playing it.
Is he listening?
I don't know, but I made him, so we'll see.
Oh,
I saw him playing it and thought it looked fucking sweet, man. Like the chainsaw gun, it just looked so badass.
That was fucking hype. I gotta say,
I went out and bought the thing, man. The goddamn game is sluggish. I hate the over-the-shoulder controls. If you're fucking aiming down sights, it's like you go from like shooting super broad to like shooting kind of accurate, but it's still not that accurate. I didn't like Gears of War. I didn't like it until the third game. I like the third game. The multiplayer is awesome. The horde mode is fucking great, and you can play as enemies that I forget. There's a different kind of mode. I forget what it's called. I really do because I haven't played it in a while. But it's fun. I didn't like Gears 1, didn't like Gears 2. I like Gears 3.
I thought,
still played through them all.
2 was like the one people loved.
2 probably, it is.
But like I heard
I love
the shotgun in 3 was like broken as fuck.
They got a sawed-off shotgun. I think they might have added 2 though.
It was just the spread was crazy, and if anyone was like within 10 meters of you,
that's
fucking
not any shotgun in Gears of War, and that's why people use shotguns in Gears of War.
One thing I gotta say real quick is that before we answer this next question, a lot of things that people were disappointed out in Fable 2 was co-op because you couldn't play as your character. You were like some jackass, like you were some bandit, and you didn't have your stats.
Then you'll love Fable fucking Legends because you can't be your own person.
So, anyways, wow, god, fuck that. Was that the Kinect one? Oh god. Anyways,
no, that's the one coming out for the one.
What games do you think did you think you wouldn't like, or you wouldn't ever like? Maybe thought it was dumb.
But you gave it a shot and you were surprised.
Sorry, my
your eyes suck.
Yeah, fuck, man.
So, yeah, you thought it was dumb and you gave it a surprise and you really liked it. And I'm going to answer it because you read it. I don't know. I do know. I have an answer, but again, I think I'll have a better answer for you once I figure out. I had hours to think about this, but I'm fucking stupid. And I couldn't think of anything. But I do know that there was an Xbox Gold, Games with Gold game called Might and Magic. Oh god damn, Clash of Heroes or something like that, or I'm butchering the title.
I feel like there's a game that like maybe when we were kids, like I rented, and then you were like you tried it and were like, I think I like this game.
See, and I think it's this one. She does say past. Oh, that was the last question, past or present. So I still took it past or present.
Well, that's fine.
I forgot. I forget games that probably are extremely relevant to this task. Because I just kind of got taken out of it, and I thought of it this way,
Peggle?
couldn't think of it.
Do you think Peggle would be cool? I mean, it's a puzzle game. You
Peggle?
Can't hate on that. Did you?
Maybe.
Did you think it was dumb? And then
well, the thing is, once I saw Peggle, like a trailer of it, I thought I would like it. And that's what happened to a lot of shit. Like, I see trailers, and I think, I'll like this. And then I end up not liking it. Or, I'm sorry, or whatever. I end up liking it or not liking it, but you can't say that's hype. Because if I look at a trailer and I think it looks cool, and then I play it and it's not cool, I can't call it overhyped because I just thought I would like it. I didn't get into it enough. Go ahead.
So mine would be like
It is called Clash of Heroes, by the way. Well, let me just real quick.
Is it a cell phone game?
No. Well, yes, it is on cell phone. It's on weird. It's when I saw it and played it at first, it's like a weird kind of format. Sort of like I saw it, I look at it, it's like this is like fucking board game stacking units. Shit like that.
Oh, this
it looks
game.
Kind of dumb.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
but it's a good game, man. It was a lot of fun, and I put hours into it. Played on.
I thought it was a rip off of Clash of Clans.
No, Might and Magic is a long-standing franchise.
Right. So,
this game's good. But go ahead.
I think I have a few, and the obvious one that I said the last time was Dance Central. I thought Dance Central was fucking stupid. It was a gimmick.
No.
And then I'm like, god damn, this like it holds up well. Like, yeah. Guilt. Okay. Fair enough. But like 2 games. One, your nephew or my nephew, your son, he was playing it and he was like, how do I do this? So I like grabbed the controller and tried to show him Rayman. Mm-hmm. I didn't think Rayman. I don't like the art style. I don't like the character.
Me neither.
It's really fucking solid, and it actually is very satisfying. It feels good.
It does.
So I was like, I kind of like, I could dig this.
This is Rayman Legends, another Games with Gold game on the Xbox One.
New Games Gold tomorrow. Check it out.
Yes, and
I don't know what it's gonna be.
Do you? It's oh fuck, Chalice. Oh damn it, something Chalice.
So anyways,
also new PlayStation games.
Fucking and one that like I really like is Raw Danger. Raw Danger is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
It really is. Like, it's weird. I bought it because the box... Like, specifically, this is a very good example because I bought it because the box art is fucking horrible.
It looks
terrible.
Look
up the American box art
for Raw Danger.
That's right.
Let alone the title where you see fucking Raw Danger.
God. Well, there was like... Yeah, right. Like, there's jokes to be made about the title alone, and then you see the fucking... You see the goddamn cover.
Box art, yeah. Which is
so, like... So that game... Oh, man, it's great.
Don't you got playthroughs on... YouTube?
CC and I did play through it. I think I'm gonna stream it again at some point.
Did you put it? It was stream. It's not on YouTube.
I didn't. I don't think I was able to chop it up. I like midway through it, I got like really sick, and then got kind of inconsistent with CC coming over. But I did get Deadly Premonition with him. Mm-hmm. I miss CC.
Massive Chalice is the Xbox One Games with Live, and Just Cause 2 for the Xbox 360 for the first half of the month, and then Thief for the second half of the month. Fuck Master Chalice, by the way. And then no, it's probably fun, but I want something better. And then
let's see the new question. Next question.
The other thing, but we got to get PlayStation.
Jenny's
because there's some good games. By the way, I don't know what they are, but one of the PlayStation Plus games, fucking Cloudberry Kingdom, buy that shit. That's or get it. It's free. It's
that's
fucking
a game
great.
like I didn't.
Dude, it's good.
I was
play it with an ass ton of people, and you'll love it. It's fun. It's hilarious. So the last question from our good friend of the show, Jennifer McDaniel, is what is a guilty pleasure game or games that you really like playing, but maybe you would never admit to anyone? Alex, unless you're not ready for it.
I'm not. Go ahead.
So I would probably say this one is tough. Again, I'm probably just settling on something that I saw. Actually, now that I think of it, maybe two things. So, Dance Central. It's kind of because
you didn't want to like it at first, and you were like shying away, and then you tried it, and were like, I can do it.
I look stupid. I'm not a mover.
That's the thing. That's like you gotta not worry about that. And then like once it was like just us all playing, it was like fuck it.
Because
I'd stream that shit.
Even when you're doing good, you look stupid.
You definitely
you're doing like the dumbest things ever.
Definitely.
But it's a lot of fun. It's actually not as difficult as it might seem. It's a funny game. One more though, maybe. And again, this just popped into my head, but I think there's a stigma attached to Final Fantasy X too, because it's like a girl game, everybody says.
Right, yeah, I can see that.
But I think they did good things with just the basic fucking linear level up. I think dress spheres are annoying.
I think the combat in that game is Final Fantasy almost at its best. It's so good. It's active, like it matters where your characters are. Right. The dress spheres work really well,
and you can swap them out.
The little dress grids where like it matters how you're gonna move around.
It gives you bonuses.
Right. Too. It was really well put together. Too bad the story was fucking dumb. I do think the story was dumb.
The story was an expansion on the first game, which had a great story, but all it really was, the point of it, we have time. The point of it was basically to find. Well, shouldn't say spoilers. No. Yeah, the point of it is to reconnect with a character from the first game.
That's not a spoiler, that's the plot.
It's the plot, but it's...
Whether it happens or not is the spoiler. I mean, you could assume either way, but that's not a spoiler.
Spoiling the first game.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's not saying what... Fuck it. Anyways, I'm trying to think of mine.
Yeah, it's girly, but it was a good game. Again, the linear level up. You don't have to worry about the fucking sphere grid, which was cool in the first game, but it's just gone.
It's funny that I mentioned that.
Because you've only got 3 characters, and they all play a certain character type.
They all have, right. It's weird that Riku's like the best character. Anyways, it's funny that I mentioned that rental thing, because that was my game. What? And then you played all the way through it.
Rental thing?
Well, I mentioned a game that I rented, and then you played and liked.
You got it for Christmas.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that this game is a game that I own, and then you ended up playing.
And
you thought it was fucking stupid
because of Final Fantasy X. I looked at Final Fantasy X, I was like, this fucking game is...
It's really girly, like there's a lot of weird stuff going on, but the gameplay was... No, not that. But anyways, Blitzball was botched. I think you agree there.
Blitzball was...
In 10-2?
Oh,
botched.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you didn't control it.
Right. Yeah, it was like a fucking watch them play.
Weird. Right.
Yeah, you're like, there you go, fucking...
That's got to be one thing
NFL head coach Blitzball.
Left a fucking bad taste in your mouth. But anyways, mine, I would love to say the fucking Sailor Moon fighting game, but I love it. I'm not ashamed to admit that I really like that game because it's a solid fighting game.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, I could sit somebody down and be like, this game, it's stupid on its face. Like, yeah, it's fucking Sailor Moon, but being a fighting game player, I can really appreciate what it's doing. And it's the weirdest thing because that's a game that's like, it's a show for girls. But what fucking girl is going to know cross-ups and fucking all this shit? Like, they're not going to know Negative Edge, which it has. Like, all these fighting game mechanics. The input, like the fucking ultra inputs, because it does have ultras, is insane. It's like quarters or 3/4 circle from down to up and around. It's bananas. It's fucking crazy.
It wasn't what you expected.
I'm cheating on this.
So that's probably another answer to... I think Alex keeps answering questions for the other questions.
You know what?
This is like match up to the other ones.
All right. So the beginning of this podcast be damned. I think I like Rumble Roses.
I knew. See,
I'm the very,
and that's what I told you.
Oh no!
I named it.
I was reading this question while I was playing it, and I think because I'm gonna go in and play it again.
Yeah, and I pointed right to it and said,
"I gotta level up fucking Rowdy Rico." Oh,
Roddy Rico.
If she came out with a kilt, I'm gonna put a kilt on that bitch.
That's my girl.
Oh, Roddy Rico. Roddy. Is
Roddy?
that it? Roddy.
It's Roddy Piper. Yes.
Rowdy.
Rowdy.
Rowdy. Okay. Fuck.
Yeah.
So, anyways, thanks, Jenny. You're a doll.
Yeah, you know what? Absolutely appreciate the questions. We got like 50 more questions from other people, but we just can't answer them.
One thing I do want to say:
some bullshit.
If we make a mistake and you want to put us on blast,
yes, please.
You can always email us at bastartpodcast@gmail.com.
He's wrong. Sorry, but that's wrong. It's bastartshow@gmail.com. That's why I wrote it down.
That's why I had you say it a few times. Thank you. Go ahead.
Sorry, yes, but for real, it's bastartshow@gmail.com. Yes, if you want to correct us on anything we say, you want to ask us some questions.
At the very least, if you want to email us and tell us the name of our podcast because I fucked it up, go ahead. Please, I
got the
implore
podcast name right. You got the email wrong.
Fuck.
But that's not a big deal.
Well,
we ain't worried about it. But yeah, I mean, we really appreciate the question, and we would love some more. If you want to talk about anything, you want to tell us how anything goes, you can do that. Also,
give us an opinion. It don't matter. Just email us. Give us some.
You can find our show on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Intune, or is it? Yes, on Intune Radio, on most phones, and even PlayStation Vita has a Intune app. Yes, it does.
Nice.
But definitely rate the show on iTunes if you would be so kind. Even if you don't like it, why not? Just give us a rating. It helps our show out. Well, I guess if you don't like it, you probably don't want to help our show out. So if you don't like it, just send us an email and bitch at us. If you love it,
please
rate it. Yeah,
I'd love to hear some feedback in any way, shape, or form. I'd really love
to hear some fucking feedback. That'd be fantastic.
Check out my streams.
Yep.
TwitchTV.Bazookia.
Spell that.
BAZOO.
Are you looking at me to spell your own name?
Yeah, you started saying
BAZOOKYA at Twitch. That's Alex's.
Twitch at.
Whatever, just search for Bazookia.
Twitch.tv.
I'm sure there's only one. There can only be one.
It is, and everyone fucks it up. It's like, dude, it's. It's
well, yeah, because even when you say it.
Bazookia? Is that what he was going for?
It almost sounds like bazooka.
So anyways,
you can miss the yeah.
YouTube, Gazzetti SF.
Yeah, Gazzetti SF on YouTube. We have plenty of Brothers Beatdowns going up. Alex does a lot of Let's Plays, does a lot of dicking off.
I gotta get more Dark Souls out.
Yeah, he's got a Dark Souls playthrough going through. We might have other content getting released. Maybe your favorite game ever. We got a playthrough of in the works. It's one of my favorite games. I'm teasing. And he might not. It'll be a preview if we put it out. Don't worry about it. I didn't even say it. Shut up. Another place.
Oh, okay.
Another place to definitely visit is bastartpodcast.com. It's our website. You can get every show there if you want to. You can get news for whatever content's going up on YouTube. We'll start putting up some information for when Alex is doing some live streams. He does have a schedule. We'll post that up on there.
Very inconsistent. Wednesday tournaments are always consistent. 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern.
There it is. And that's fucking badass. You can also hit us up on Twitter at BAStartPodcast. Tell us whatever you want.
I also have
another place to
Twitter.
Find some news.
Did you make a personal Twitter yet?
No.
Okay, fine. I got one. One thing I want to say, it's fucking late, but D4 PC, right. I'm so excited because that's the guy who did Deadly Premonition. Swery, he followed me. He follows me on Twitter. It's so awesome. He will retweet you. So if I tweet, I think I might stream it tonight, which, obviously if people are going to hear it, it's going to be fucking too late. But
it's a demo.
It is a demo, yeah. I got the PC demo.
I've got the game on
Check it out.
Xbox One. It was Games with Gold. It was free.
Yeah, but I want the PC.
So, it's about time to get out of here tonight. Appreciate you listening again.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, if you could go to any one of our
many outlets.
Yeah, please do. Please hit us up at bastartshow@gmail.com. Be sure to check iTunes and anything every Monday to Tuesday.